It's our hottest story. High temperatures and heat warnings across the island and into parts of Labrador today. This summer has turned into a scorcher, and those rising temps can be concerning for some. That's something our Jeremy Eaton has been looking into. Jeremy is standing by in Kitty Vitty tonight. So Jeremy, how have people been coping with the heat?
Well, the people that we talked to down here at Kitty Vitty and the Wharf, they're like either underneath on the deck there at Kitty Vitty Brewery, underneath the patio. They a little bit of a covering there. There's people under umbrellas there behind us at the wharf. A lot of events, not a lot of them, but some outside events were canceled today. I know the City of St. John's had to cancel a party in the park that they have. Other groups and camps sort of kept the kids inside today. It was extremely hot and people were doing their best to deal with it, but we wanted to learn what we should look out for in these hot temperatures that not many of us are used to here in the City of St. John's. So we stopped by the Confederation building and chatted with the Chief Medical Officer of Health, Janice Fitzgerald, and here's a snippet of our conversation from earlier today.
We would recommend, obviously, that people are not out in the heat during those peak temperatures. You know, if you're going to be doing anything outside, certainly to stay away from those really high temperature times. So between 11 and 4, especially. We'd certainly recommend that you not have any physical exertion during those times. Consider exercising earlier in the day, later in the day. Try to keep your environment as cool as you can. So close your blinds during the day to keep the sun out. If you've got fans, circulate those. If you've got air conditioning, certainly you can operate those when you're in your home. And just make sure you're drinking lots of water. If you've been out in those really for prolonged periods of time, especially in the heat, if you get dizziness, if you're feeling thirsty, if you're feeling overheated, your temperature may be up a little bit, those sorts of things can be associated with heat-related illness. So as well, GI, stomach upset, nausea, headache, those sorts of things could mean that you're getting too much heat and that you need to go find some cool areas to be so that you can bring your temperature down and you can reduce that risk. For me, I worry about those people who may be more vulnerable, especially people who are older, may be living alone, may not have someone to check in on them. Those are the people that we worry about. People who are experiencing homelessness, for example, or who may not have a cool place to go to be able to bring their temperature down. Those are things that worry me, and certainly we encourage people to check in on their neighbors, check in on their friends and family, just to make sure that everybody's doing okay in these temperatures.
And as Dr. Fitzgerald said, she was worried about people who don't have a place to go, or if they do have a place to go, they might not have a cool area to go. And that's where a place like the Gathering Place steps up. And they were busy today. They were open today. And we spoke to their assistant executive director about what they were doing for a more vulnerable part of our population. And here's what she had to say.
It creates a lot of challenges for the guests that come to the Gathering Place. For those who are homeless, of course, they're spending a lot of time outside in this heat. And for those who are housed, many of them don't have air conditioning or, fans, so their home has been very hot. So they are spending more time here. Fortunately, we have an air-conditioned building, so we provide a cooling space where people can come in and get out of the heat for a period of time. We also provide water to any individual. As you see today, there's a lot of people in our courtyard, so we want to make sure people are hydrated. So we'll provide them with water or Gatorade or whatever. So we'll provide sunscreen, hats, lightweight clothing, whatever's going to help to make them more comfortable in this heat.